A gig at the new theatre in Oxford was the closest to my family, and I arranged to meet my folks and some other friends at the Red Lion pub nearby. Whitesnake fans wanted autographs and a chat. I signed as many as I could and excused myself to get back to my family.
Nice.
And then, just like a scene from a cowboy movie, the room went very quiet. John Lord had walked in. I can never really explain the presence John Lord exuded. Tall man, shock of grey hair, wonderful smile. His stature with the fans was something else. Sure, I was quite well known by then, but John was from Deep Purple, worthy of another level of fan worship. John waved at me to join him where he was, surrounded by the fans. John, without any preamble whatever, said, "Well, I don't think you've met George, have you?" He turned, big grin on that face. He knew what he was about to do. And there stood George Harrison, with a smile, shaking my hand. With that classic Liverpool drawl, "Nice to meet you, Bernie." No wonder the bar had suddenly gone silent. John Lord, yes, but having George Harrison at his side was something else. I was speechless for a moment, but he was charming and insisted on meeting my parents too. We made our way through the pub. "Mum, this is George Harrison," I said, hardly believing it myself. "Hello, Mum," George said. My mum was never fazed by meeting famous people, but I could see she was moved. "Well, it's lovely to meet you, George. It's all because of you and those Beatles that he plays the guitar, you know." George laughed out loud. "I better plead guilty then." He shook my dad's hand and he kissed my mum on her cheek when we left. She talked about that for years. I could see George in his seat from the stage while we were playing. I was transfixed. I hoped it wasn't too loud for him and that he could actually hear what I was playing. He told me later that he enjoyed it very much and that he heard a lot of Eric Clapton in my playing. And he also mentioned that my mum had reminded him of his own late mother. George was a lovely man.